Hi, this is Should I Watch It? I'm Jake Cockroft.
I'm Jack Steptoe.
And today we're going to be reviewing Disorder and just helping you decide if you should watch it.
Yeah, so basically Disorder is just about a guy that comes out back from war, from Afghanistan, and basically does little jobs here and there.
Yeah, he in between his tours with the army, him and his friends earn money by doing security jobs, it seems, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And one job is at a place called Maryland, which is a title of the film, I think, in France, which is a quite fortified little mansion for a Lebanese man and his family while they have a party.
Yeah.
And he struggles with PTSD, and it shows you a little bit of that, and it pops up a few times in the story, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's a big factor of it, isn't it, really, the PTSD. It's half of the film, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you can see that they've obviously titled it for this. It really reflects on him. Some men come into the mansion that you said about. Obviously, the main actor within this role tries to fend them off.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so should I watch it? Or should you watch it?
Yeah.
So I think the main thing to consider when you think about watching this film is it's very, very slow build-up.
Very.
I think it's done on purpose, and it is a very well-made film. But I think, don't go into this thinking it's like going to be like Taken or something like that, because it's not that kind of quick, punchy action. Yeah. It's a lot more slow burning. I would say too slow burning, and I think a lot of people would agree with that. So I think if you really don't want a slow film, this isn't for you. Mm-hmm. But if you like something really realistic...
I mean, the fighting's realistic as well.
Definitely.
He's not one of these major, I'll do it myself, all by myself kind of people. He does do it by himself within the film. But he's not great at fighting. He's what you would think from someone that's just come out of the army. Yeah. He knows a little bit, but not enough.
Yeah, he's got his close-quarter combat sort of skills that you get from the army as standard, but nothing... Yeah, he's not like CIA trained. Once again, he's not like Brian Mills in Taken or anything like that.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of character development, so if you're expecting any deep characters, also not for you. Anything else?
Subtitles are a big factor in this, to be honest.
Yeah, huge factor. I personally, subtitles make a difference to me. I can watch subtitles, and by the time I'm 10 minutes into the film, I don't really notice they're there. But if you are somebody who doesn't like subtitles, then this is a French film and it is spoken in French throughout. There's a couple of English bits, actually, isn't there, for one of the characters?
Yeah.
But you are going to have to read subtitles the whole film.
Mm-hmm. So if that is a big factor for you, then don't go watch it.
It's well acted as well. I think, although the characters aren't very deep, there's reasonable acting from everybody involved, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's pretty decent. The mood setting's quite good. It's kind of, I want to kind of say it's a little bit of an arty film. So if you like something a bit arty, because it is very, like you come out of the film and the longer it's been since you've watched it, the more you realise it was so well made.
Yeah. But
if you're not somebody who cares how well made a film is, I want to get it's not for you. But if you do, the way the tension is built, if you like a film that builds tension well, you like a film that is unpredictable because things come out of nowhere, then it's for you. But if you expect an action, this isn't for you. Like, it's not like Taken. You're not going to see a guy rampaging through destroying loads of people. Like, this is more understated, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a good 50 minutes to get into any action, and then once it does hit you like a bomb.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, it does, definitely.
It's, the action scenes were good. Can't take anything away from them. One point that I would like to see improve, if I could improve anything in this movie, was the camera shots.
Okay.
I mean, I said to you after I came out of the cinema that it was a bit confusing at sometimes. I mean, he'd be in one point and then it would go to another one, like another person, then it would be back at him. You don't really know what's going on, and it's like, okay, that happened. I don't know.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. You mentioned a particular scene, which I won't say, but there is a particular scene, and there's a fight, and you kind of don't know what's happening until it finishes, and then you're like, oh,
well, that's
happened.
done. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can agree with you on that sense. I didn't notice it, but when you said it did make sense.
Yeah. I mean, this film is probably, like you said, one of the most realistic films I've probably ever seen, because it does show how he works, how he's working in his job that he's adapting to coming out of the army. It's he's not a bodyguard in any sense, I wouldn't say. I mean, he knows his way around being a bodyguard, but he's not one. He's definitely an army guy.
Yeah, he goes about his job in a very like meticulous way, and it's all about his planning. He's very aware. Like, his awareness is incredible, but he's not like a body hugging bodyguard. He doesn't stand near one person and follow them around and protect them. He's a kind of bodyguard. He goes around and just checks for security. Like, he's very aware. He looks at everything. He makes sure he always, when there's a lot of shots of him like locking windows and doors, isn't there? Because it showed how much he puts into it. Like, he literally doesn't forget anything. Never forgets to lock a door. Never forgets to close a window. And it makes him, and it does, like Jack said, it shows you him in his job. And there's parts of the film which I think some people found boring. But it just shows you him doing his job, and it's realistic, and there's no background music. Like, sometimes it's not the sort of film where it's going to give you background music to tell you how to feel. There's no emotional music. There's music in the background when it's a party, because that's the party music. And other times there's just no music at all, and you just see him going about his day and what he's doing and how he looks after the place, and it's just incredibly realistic, and you get sucked in, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, just a point to add on that is the only music that really is in it, like you said, is when they're at the party, and then when his PTSD kicks in. Yes, that's a very good point. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah. It almost makes you paranoid without being paranoid. It's like you're him, basically. I mean...
Yeah, no, I'm completely on this with Jack. This is one of the things I thought while I was in the cinema, is that, the music is used so well, because I think it's not going to give you emotional music to tell you how to feel. In these parts, it does tell you how to feel. Like, it's very disorientating, sort of pumpy music that makes you feel like you're kind of having a little mini panic attack.
Yeah,
it's like it gives you that impression, and you know when he's having a problem with his PTSD because the music tells you that. And it's just surreal, strange music, but it's good. Like, it's well done.
Yeah, I mean, half of this film is just his PTSD kicking in, and he is a very paranoid guy, and that's. Definitely. I think that's what they're trying to reflect on this film as much as possible.
Definitely.
Okay, and into ratings, what do you think?
I'm going to give it a 6.5, so 6.5. And the reason for that is it's not a brilliant film, but it's so good at so many things, and there's so many positive points I can say about it, and I never felt bored. It kept me engaged for the whole film. It wasn't thrilling or enthralling, but it kept me engaged for the whole film, and for that reason, I can't give it any less than that.
Yeah, that's a fair point to me. I would probably go for probably a 5.9, just for the pure fact that they put a lot of attention to detail within his disorder, but there wasn't enough action for me. I mean, it was an artsy film, like you said, which kind of added to that, not having action, but... I mean, this just could have had a bit more.
Agreed. That is my biggest problem with it as well, I think. Like, I am somebody who likes films like Taken and those sort of things, and I like to see, and John Wick, and I like to see a lot of fighting. I think this film did a good job of making it unpredictable by not having fighting every 5 minutes, so you kind of, it hit you like a bullet when it happened.
Yeah.
But I think I would have liked more. I think 2 or 3 times more would have been good, and still have had a very unpredictable film.
Mm-hmm. And there is a kind of ear to mystery within it, isn't there?
Yeah, it doesn't... Like, when you come out of the film, you don't fully know everything. But I didn't feel annoyed by it. It kind of just left it... It's a really different... You know, it's just a different film. Like, there's so much different about it. Like, it hasn't got, like... it hasn't got in-depth characters. It doesn't have a very strong storyline. There's not a lot to the plot at all. Not a lot happens. But yeah, it was still good.
Yeah, I mean...
That's the only thing I can say. I'm absolutely astounded by it. Like, there's so many things you could say that you expect from a film and they're just not there.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
It doesn't fully explain itself, but I didn't care. It didn't bother me. I didn't come out of the film thinking, that didn't explain itself well. But I did think it didn't explain itself well.
It's one of them films where it's like... It doesn't make sense, but it also does. It makes perfect sense to whoever's viewing it. You do figure out once you think about it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like shell-shocked when you're in there.
Yeah.
You don't really know what's happening.
Yeah, that's it. You kind of have to make up, fill in the gaps yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
You get given like bits of information, and you make up the gaps without really thinking about it.
Yeah. Right, guys, we've been Should I Watch It? Make sure you subscribe to our channel, comment, like our videos. We're on Instagram, Twitter as well, so make sure you check them out.
Thank you very much for watching.
Cheers for watching.